washing with soap. It's what we've been told to do to stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Hand washing with soap and water.
Wash your hands.
Stay calm and wash your hands.
And most importantly, wash your hands, you dirty freaks.
Soap works really well against this virus, and the reason comes down to its molecules. The virus is covered with a lipid coating that holds the proteins that are used to infect you. What soap is doing is actually dissolving that lipid coat so that the virus's proteins are rendered useless. This very simple and essential part of our everyday lives has an incredibly long and interesting history. Soap is defined as a fat or oil that has been treated with a strong alkali or sodium hydroxide. Animal fats and plant oils such as palm oil, olive oil, and coconut oil that have been mixed with lye.
The crucial ingredient, lye.
Basically, soap is fat.
And soap works.
This is Dan Capel. He's been writing about the history of soap for Wirecutter.
At the moment, I'm a senior staff writer. I will soon be an intern. Soap is a byproduct of whatever oily thing your particular culture likes to eat, basically. It wasn't that soap was only animals, I'd say, but clearly that early soap tended to come more from animal fat. The first real recipes for soap appear, thousands of years ago in Egypt, crypts. They're finding soap, and it's often made from olive oil. In northern countries where there are less of those sort of oily plants, they're going to be more animal-based. It was a product that was typically made at home. So when you cook meat, that comes off in the fire. Ash contains lye in it, and lye is what's needed to saponify the soap. The term saponify means to make soap. So we know that soap has been around a long time. We know that it's a fairly simple product to make. The soap that was used 4,000 years ago, or the soap you used yesterday, is a really good product that works well and has performed this function for a long time. You start seeing these sort of like recipe books, which were for alchemists. Alchemists were more sort of the makers of their day. So these manuals, which have still survived, have all kinds of recipes in it, but consistently, nearly all of them that you can find talk about soap because you got to clean up. It wasn't really well understood how soap worked, but they did know being clean was important, and not just because it made you look attractive, but because clean meant safe and healthy. Around World War I, detergent was invented in Germany. Animal fat was in short supply. The ability to make synthetics avoid reliance on animal fat, and it was very quickly adopted by US companies. But for the most part, because detergents weren't better, the products that people are cleaning their bodies with are combination products. So they may contain soap, but they're also going to contain the enzymes and the surfactants, the other ingredients that are common to detergents that make the removal of dirt and debris more efficient. So soap has its uses, but detergents have more uses. In terms of effectiveness, you don't need to pick any one soap over another. If you wash well, they're all going to work. But what kind of soap you get doesn't really matter as much as whether you use it right. You've got soap for people who do sports. You got soap for men, soap for women, soap for your grandma. Soap is marketed really to each individual user and whatever your particular image of yourself as a clean person is going to match up with. Look, use it. Make sure your hands are clean. Sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Set a timer for 20 seconds. Get from the base of your wrist to the tips of your fingers, and you're good.